Welcome back, Miley.
Thank you.
You just did a wonderful set of music for us, and everybody loved it and is so impressed with you being 16 years old and been writing songs since you were 12. I mean, that's just amazing. And not only are you young, but you're very good at what you do.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I know that we're going to start kind of with a little bit of your history. If you can tell us a little bit about kind of how you got into all this singing, songwriting, music, and kind of give us a little history on you.
So I'd say I got into like music in general, going to Bugs's gigs, you know, like
and Bugs is
my grandpa, Bugs Henderson.
Okay.
But so I would go to, my mom would take me to, we didn't go to like a whole bunch, but we definitely did go to a few, and I really loved it. And I think one time he got me on stage to play the drums with Buddy, so that was super fun. And so I feel like that's where my roots, like that's where it's sparked, you know. And then I've been singing since I was really little, but like I had never sang on stage until the Bugs tribute, and I did 2 songs, and it was Please Have Mercy, and then I did a country song, and I sang them on stage with Junior Clark and Joby Drew. Those are just some of the people that were on stage with me, and that's when I was like, oh my God, I love this. Like, this is so cool. And so I didn't know an instrument. Like, I could not play at all. And I started doing karaoke tracks, which is like, I don't like to talk about that because it's so embarrassing. No. But I'd get little gigs in like Will's Point, like their surrounding areas for like their little Christmas festivals. And I'd be on a trailer to like karaoke tracks, just singing karaoke, like to these songs. And eventually I think I started learning piano. And then I was just like, I don't like that. Like, it just wasn't for me. And then I had asked my mom before to put me in guitar, but she was like, no, because she was like, you're just gonna give up, because it does hurt. And like on a little girl, like I probably would have given up, honestly. And so eventually she got me in with John DeFore, who was Casey Musgraves and Miranda Lambert's guitar and songwriting teachers. And so I got in with John DeFore, and I started learning guitar, and I picked it up really fast. And so I think I had like, what was it, like 3 months?
Maybe.
Yeah, like 3 months with John before he died. And
how sad.
yeah, I know, it was very sad. It was super sad. And I had a lesson with him like the day prior, so it was like nobody thought that he was unhealthy. And I think he passed away in his sleep, and it was just totally random. Yeah.
Wow.
It was crazy. And so he was my songwriting and guitar teacher. So I literally, I pretty much only know the things that I knew from there. So I went from there, and I was just playing a lot. And then eventually, like, I was getting better at like the chords in general, just playing those. And then I would learn little chords here and there from like different people, and they would like teach me how to do this chord or that chord. But I just started writing more songs, and then, I mean, yeah, I feel like that's pretty much it, and now we're here.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I think it's genetics have a little bit to do with it as well.
Yeah, probably.
But I know your mother's got a fabulous voice.
Yes.
And you do too, and of course your grandpa was this killer guitarist, and he was also a songwriter, and so yeah, you come by it honestly. Have you decided this is what I want to do for the rest of my life?
Yes. I'm even trying to go to college for songwriting, because I'm pretty sure there's only 2 colleges that you can major in songwriting, and one is in Nashville, and then one is in LA. And LA, like, I've never been to LA, so I can't say anything about it, but I just feel like that's probably not my place. And so I went to Nashville last year for the first time, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is right up my alley. Like, I have never loved a city more. And we go on vacation, you know what I mean? But I had never seen anything like this. And it was just like, I mean, music everywhere. You go down Broadway and you hear like 3 different songs at the same time. Oh, wow. It's like, it's amazing. Yeah. And, I didn't even want to go to college before. I was like, this is so dumb. Like, why am I even going to school? Because I'm just going to be a songwriter. So, like, why am I still going to school, you know? And my friends in the songwriting camp were like, oh, my gosh, like, what college are you going to? I was like, I'm not going to college. And they were like, well, you should go to Belmont. And I was like, what's Belmont? And they were like, it's a college where you can major in songwriting and minor in music business. And I was like, no way. So I get home and I start researching this college, and I literally am like, have to go here. This is freshman year, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And so I was just like, I fell in love with that school, and then we toured it the last time I was there, which was like 2 weeks ago. And I mean, that is like the most beautiful campus, like hands down.
So you do know that you're going to have to get real good grades.
Yes.
From here on out, because you want the best transcript that you can get there, so that you can move on, or even get scholarships or grants or whatever. But yeah, I think that'd be great.
Yeah, I'm really hoping I get in, and I hope so. You have to apply for the songwriting major, and they only take 15 people, and that's a really big school for songwriting. So I'm like, please.
Yes.
But
can you start early, like submitting every year or every semester?
I don't think you can. I think you can just submit your, like, you have one application. It's like, I think it opens in August and ends in May, and so you just submit once, and then you put a YouTube link of like your audition, and then that's it. Like, you have to get into the school and then apply for the major.
Okay.
But
yeah. Neat. Well, speaking of Nashville, you have you went to Nashville Youth Songwriting Camp pretty recently, right?
Yes. So that was I was also there last year, but this year I went, and so you have to send in like 3 songs, and then they decide whether you're like intermediate, advanced, like beginner, and I think they only accept like 25. And so I was in the intermediate to advanced, and so it's like, so around my area, like, there is no one that songwrites or plays guitar
in
like,
East Texas. You're talking
like,
about?
I mean, like my age,
oh,
like my age,
okay.
yes. Like, I don't have any friends. Sorry, that was like, I don't have any friends that do that as well. And so I was like I was getting really upset because I was only like I was always being compared to these people that were like way older, and I was like, you know, like, that's not fair, you know. But I mean, you know, and so I went to Nashville. My mom actually looked for a camp. She was like, we need to meet more music friends. And I was like, okay. So we found one in Nashville, and I went last year, and it was just like amazing. Like, I have lifelong friends that do the same things that I do now. And like, I know people that are like way better on guitar or like way musically inclined. Like, it's just like it's so cool that we each have our really big differences, and like we can all stand out in our own ways, but we all can come together at the end and like make an amazing song. And like, so like, you go the week and you have little like prompts and stuff throughout the week, but the main thing is you have to write a song for the performance on Saturday, and then you record it the next week. And throughout the week you get like, you have this mentor that helps you with it. And this year I had Tim Fagan, and he wrote the song, the Lucky I'm in Love, by Jason Mars and Colby Kate, and it was like I think maybe won a Grammy, or it was Grammy nominated. But I was like, you're amazing. Yeah, I was like, give me your information, please. But no, yeah, it's just like the most amazing experience ever.
Well, I also heard that you got to play at the Bluebird, and I know that not just anybody can walk in and play at the Bluebird.
So I have to give thanks to my brother because he is a technology mastermind, and he was able to get not just one, 2 tickets to the Bluebird, because you have to go online and like buy a ticket to play at the Bluebird, and they only take 18.
Oh, okay.
And so it was like very stressful. And last year we tried and we didn't get in. We had 2 Mondays and we couldn't get in. And so this year Cash was here, and we're gonna have to bring him every year because he got 2 different spots. He got one for me and one for my friend. And so me and my friend Ella played the first night, and then the next week we were like, let's just try again. Like, normally you're not supposed to repeat like another week, but we are only there for 2 weeks, so we were like, I'm sure they wouldn't like care, you know. So we tried again, and we got 3 spots. And like, because they were all on and they all just got spots, and then we accidentally got 3. So I was like, Annie, Jack, like those are my 4 friends, Ella, 3, Ella, Annie, and Jack. Those are like my 3 best friends. And so they each got to play at the Bluebird different nights, you know. So it was really cool.
That's really neat. Yeah. Cash, way to go.
Yeah, for real.
Very, very cool. So tell us a little bit about where you live, and Is there a music scene in your area?
So that's a good question. So where I live it's a very small town. I actually live in Edgewood, which is like 5 minutes from Canton, which is the bigger town that most people know.
Oh, yeah.
And so in Edgewood, no, not a music scene. In Canton, kind of, because it's really like people from surrounding towns. There's it's like a 20-mile radius, probably like Ben Wheeler, Canton,
right?
Like the little areas, you know. And so I guess you could say there's a little musician community, you know.
Yeah, definitely in Ben Wheeler.
Oh, for sure, in Ben Wheeler, yeah. And so, but there's only so many bars there, you know. Like there's 2 bars there in Ben Wheeler, and then there's I think there's 1 in Canton. Maybe 2 in Canton. There's not very many.
Are they going to let somebody at your age go in and play a bar?
So yes, I play in Ben Wheeler at the Forge.
Okay.
And I've played I've done little things here and there. I like the Wind Down. I haven't come into a problem yet about the age, only because I think if I was a little bit younger, it might have been a problem. But also I'm not hanging out with the people in the bar. I'm just there to perform.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you find that people are responsive in those type of places to your music?
I mean, I wouldn't say no, because there's definitely people that do like my music, for sure. But I don't know. I feel like my music is more directed towards a younger crowd, so I never know if people are going to enjoy it or if they're going to be like, oh, it's just another girl, you know. Right. And I just I never know with the audience if they're really liking it or if they're just having dinner, you know. Yeah. I'm like, are you enjoying it?
I know with Randy and I as singer-songwriters and performers that we kind of stay away from bars because to us, we feel like the crowd is more into wanting to hear covers, and we don't do covers.
For sure.
But wineries, house concerts, venues of that sort where people are there to really listen, we've had more luck there. So
this is actually the first thing I've ever done that people are here to listen.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't actually played anywhere where it's just... they just want to hear, you know, besides the Bluebird, yeah, but that wasn't that was an open mic. So the places that I actually play, it's mainly just I'll throw in my originals, but I'm pretty much doing covers. That's I'm doing that
You do your stuff.
Yes.
Thank you.
You do your stuff.
You do Miley.
You do Miley.
Yeah, but at First Monday, I do originals a lot because I can be like, oh, here's my CD, please buy my CD or stream it on Spotify, because there's they're just walking by, nobody's really listening,
and all kinds of ages. So.
Yeah, so if they do catch an ear and they're like, oh, I actually like that, let me go buy a CD or let me go tip her, you know. So I definitely try to do originals, but also some covers, and I do. At First Monday, especially, I do all sorts of different things. I do alternative, country, pop.
Oh, cool.
I do a range.
Just try to appeal to everybody.
I'm just trying to be like, yeah, come on. But
so ultimately, you as a singer-songwriter and performer and musician, what is your passion as far as your genre of music? What do you like the most or feel is your strong suit?
As in genre? That's a great question. I don't know. I feel like right now I'm really in a mix. I have very different genres of songs, you know? And, listening wise, I really like to listen to folk or pop, but I don't know if that's the direction I'm really heading in, because a lot of people say I have a good country voice, so I'm like, maybe I should go in country. So I'm like, I don't know. I have time, but
you have plenty of time.
I'm just I'll eventually figure it out, or I won't, and I'll just do it, you know. I'll just do whatever, you know. But
have you ever thought about going to America's Got Talent or American Idol? What are your feelings on that?
So I actually have been to America's Got Talent when I was 10 years old.
Okay.
And
you're a little bit older now.
Yeah, I'm a little bit older now. But 10-year-old me literally had not performed in front of anyone. I was I mean, I wasn't really nervous, but I was telling a little okay, so I did one song and she was like, "Okay, that's really good. Can you do one where you have you ever walked around stage before?" And I was like, "Oh, yes." And she's like, okay, well, can you do one where you walk around? I was like, yeah. Did not even move. I'm dead serious. I did not even move. I just stood there and I was like, Like, I did not move a bone in my body. And I literally think about that all the time. I'm like, the embarrassment. Like, I bet that woman was like, what is this kid doing? Like, I told her to move. Why is she just standing there? But no, I like, ever since then I was like,
the stage fright kicked in.
Well, I also was like, why would I tell her that if that wasn't true? I was like, oh, I can do everything you need me to do.
Yeah, because you wanted her to say, yeah, come on.
Yeah, but no, yeah. So that was one time I had done America's Got Talent. But I do get people a lot saying that I should do American Idol, and I don't even think I would be old enough to do it yet. I think you have to be like 20 or
15.
Oh.
15 is the starting point.
I had a friend on American Idol that did it. I don't know if he made it all the way to Hollywood or what happened with that, but I know he was like on the actual show.
You should do American Idol.
I think you should look into it. I think you should try it, if not for anything but the experience.
Yeah.
I think that their program, I mean, they make y'all work hard. There's mentors. But, if in the end they select you to be or even if you make it in the top 20 probably.
Yeah, that's the thing with those shows. Like, even
doors.
if you don't win, like you have, like if you make it top 10, top 20, you're getting so much exposure.
Yes.
So I mean, yeah, those are always amazing.
I would say that couldn't hurt you any.
Yeah.
So think about that.
For sure.
And we'll be watching.
I'll be like, everybody on American Idol.
That's right. That's right. Well, I'm just really so blessed to have you down here today.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
Truly.
It's amazing.
And you are blessed. You just have no idea how much the world is all yours. It is.
Thank you.
And you just keep at it and keep writing and keep performing and just put it all out there, because we're all rooting for you. Definitely. Is there anything else you want to add?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Did I ask enough questions?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I know you'll be back, and we're going to definitely be following you as well as our listening audience here. So, you just keep in touch with us. Let us know what's going on, and we'll get you back in here soon.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right. You are in the music room. All righty.
Excellent.
Thank you.